Hello everyone, I go by the name of Roxy Rose, and this right here is Roxy Rose Guides Debt Update for the month of May 2023. Hello everyone, and welcome back. Y'all, I'm so excited and so elated that my wonderful subscribers, all over 785 of y'all, are able to go ahead and just come back and watch another video. Okay, I appreciate it, and I thank you so much. You are wanted and appreciated. So thank you so much for going ahead and watching another video on here. If you're new here on Roxy Rose Guides, I guide you through all things of my personal budget, finance, and debt payoff, along with other stuff I'm trying to get into, like Sicket Funds, Savings Challenges, Baby Binders, and so on. So if you're interested in any of that, please go ahead and like and subscribe below. That's going to help out this channel a lot, y'all. Before we get into this debt update, I'll remind you about two things that's in the description below that will go ahead and help you if you haven't already tried it. The first thing I want you to go ahead and look at is definitely Fetch app. If you don't have it already, you definitely need to go ahead and get it. My code is in the description below, and you can go ahead and get a gift card by just snapping a picture of your receipts. Also, I have my African print notebooks. Don't forget about them. They're there on Amazon. So if you're interested, go ahead and click the links below and you can check out what you like. All right. Awesome. Let's get into this debt update for the month of May. We got a bunch to talk about and a bunch for me to update you about because honestly, there's just been so many changes. Life is still lifing. All right. It's still lifing. Okay. So we got to make sure that we getting, I guess, an explanation for all the numbers, and so that you guys understand where I'm at and why I do the things that I do. All right, so let's go ahead and look into our debt for this last month, right? So first things first, we're going to look into our revolving debt, aka credit cards. This is debt I've been trying to get rid of for so long. Why is there an airplane flying around? This is some debt that I've been trying to get rid of for so long. I don't want credit card debt in general. I want to be able to pay it off every month, but this month it's just been kind of hard to go ahead and pay it off. So I'm going to go ahead and fill it in, and then I'll let you guys know what the total is and the reason for it. All right. You know what? I'm going to just explain it to you as I'm writing it out, because why not? All right, so we have $400 in this Chase credit card, along with another $23 approximately in another credit card, and $200 in another credit card. So I got about $623 just in Chase is alone. Okay, and these APR, these interest rates on these credit cards are pretty high, especially this one for the Chase Flex. So I really need to make sure I pay these off as soon as possible. So I'm in the process of working that out. Bank of America, happy deal. Bank of America actually offered me a promotional 5.99% on my interest rate. I think it's kind of like a gimmick because it's ability that after that, they're going to raise this interest rate from 20.24 to 20.79 or 20.99. So they're basically going to permanently move this up. But I figured, honestly, they could move it up whenever they wanted to anyway. So I'll take advantage of the 5.99 interest rate on Bank of America. So currently, Bank of America is paid off. Along with Citibank, I ain't putting no money on Citibank. Citibank's card is hidden away. And Amex, Amex went to $1,548. I paid it down, and then it went back up, and then I paid it down again. It's like, honestly, I have no real good excuse for the reason why I'm spending so much money, not only on my Chase, but on this Amex card. So honestly, I literally took my credit cards out of my wallet and they will not be used. I'm over it. I'm over trying to push myself to be good when obviously right now it's not one of my habits that I've been doing consistently. So I'm not doing the best with it. That leads me to a total of $2,171. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop putting so much money into just credit cards and try my best just to use cash or just not use anything at all. I started up with my Fetch app again, which is why I started telling you guys about it. So I need to start just taking pictures of those old receipts, get my little, play my little 25 points or whatever points I could get per day or per receipt and whatever points I could get per day and just make sure that I'm just being more responsible. I don't know what it is. Maybe somebody could leave a comment like, what is something I could say to myself or maybe an affirmation or something else that I need to work on and just repeat so that I can make sure my mindset and my actions are aligned with my goals and things that serve me for the future, because that's really what I'm working on. Like I'm working on I want to be debt free by the time the baby comes. That's really where I'm at. Like I don't want to have debt when the baby comes. We know that there's things that's going to pop out of nowhere because that's what happens to parents. That's what happens in life. And that's what happens when you have a brand new baby, right? You want to buy cute things, things you're going to need and you didn't expect it. I know that. So I need to get myself together financially. And these are one of the ways I really want to get myself together financially. I don't want to be in credit card debt by the time the baby comes. And, I'm blessed to be able to have 2 months, but I really wanted the rest of the year to not have some debt. And, I know I've been blaming stuff on the house and vacationing, but honestly, I've also not put habits in place that are good for my spending or my mindset. And I kind of just been like, well, I'm going to just pay it off, which I will have to, but yeah, it's tough. So we're going to get into this stuff a little bit later, but that is the reason for that debt so far and what I hope for June, the end of June, hopefully. All right, now we're going to get into our non-revolving unsecured debt, aka student blasted loans, y'all. Oh, these student loans, they make me upset. Oh, these student loans, they make me mad. This is the one I'm just going to fill in and then we'll talk about it later, okay? Alrighty. So we have our student loans. And if you ever heard this news, y'all, I'm so upset. The freeze is supposed to be, I guess, moved up. I went on to one of my borrowers' websites and they haven't said that the payments have to be moved up yet. Because I was expecting to make my first payment in September. And now with whatever was signed, it seems like it may have to be moved up to July, which I wasn't expecting at all. This is really going to affect my finances going forward. I really hope it's not the case, but it seems like it might be the case. And oh gosh. Anyway, for Aspire, the amount went down by about $50. For Navient, it went down less than 100. Okay, then we have Earnest, and it went down by a little bit more than 100 actually. So that's kind of cool. About $140. So that's really cool to see, $140, and this is like the regular payment that was made. So our total debt in student loan debt is $100,446. Yep. We don't really care about the cents because the cents don't even matter. They already added up I literally got these amounts, right? May 31st. Yes, Wednesday, May 31st. So I got the amounts on the specific day so I could close out this month and just end it. Okay, this recorded is obviously not then, but I'm just letting you guys know this is really specific to May. And because student loans are accrued in interest every single flipping day, it doesn't matter what's going on here. The money's going to go down. So in total, it seems like my amount only went down by $250. And when I make a monthly payment of $403, that is a little bit discouraging. But, you know, it did go down. So that helps my overall debt in general. But y'all, I was so excited to get to $100,000 in student loan debt. I need us to get under $100,000. And I'm so excited. I can't wait to actually get there. I think even though it's incrementally decreasing, I think it could get to under $100,000 before the end of the year, whether or not the government helps or does anything or proves anything or doesn't approve anything. I think it can get there. So I'm super excited about this going down. Y'all, I can't wait. I can't wait for it to get under $100,000. So yeah, now I guess we got to go ahead and take what we got and just add it up. So our credit card debt is $2,171. Our overall debt altogether is a total of $102,617. So that means, unfortunately, it has gone up, and this is all because of the credit card debt. Again, this is all because of the credit card debt. So I'm not happy about that. This month, there are other things that came to pass. Remember, we did the patio, and I paid the patio in cash. So by paying the patio in cash, that kind of took out money. We also put the basement where they had water went onto the credit card. So that is kind of where some of that money is as well. But the patio cost double the amount that I thought it was supposed to. And it wasn't what we expected. I just been spending too much. So I'm going to put spending here with a sad face, because spending is fine, but it's just, if I know that I don't have to spend and I'm just buying a bunch of fast food, which I have been doing, which isn't even good for my gut or what I think is good for the baby. I really wanted to cook and do a lot more of that, but just spending on frivolous things. When you look through, I'm looking through my expenses and I'm seeing that I am spending on frivolous, stupid things that I don't need to. So that's what's really making me upset. It's that I didn't need to spend this money. I could have saved it. I would have had it to stuff and do other things with. And because of that, I feel like this upcoming month, it's going to be a lot harder for me to stuff anything or to even save anything, because all the money has gone into cash and has gone back to the bank to pay off credit cards, pay off old debts, trying to get me debt free, or to just make sure that I'm solid financially in other realms. So I can't really save how I want to. So yeah, I really need to make sure that for June I'm not spending on credit cards. I took my credit cards out of my wallets already. Remember, I said I was going to do that or think about doing that. I'm actually doing it now. So I took those credit cards out and I'm trying my hardest to just use cash. And then also just making sure I'm paying down what I need to, so that I will have money on the side. And then maybe if I get a chance, I can go ahead and stuff those, because I love cash stuffing. It helps me make sure that I am saving money that I need to in other places. And honestly, I'm finishing savings challenges. So obviously I'm saving money, right? Obviously I'm saving money, and obviously those lump sums help me when it comes to debt or other things on the side. But if I'm spending frivolously, all that money goes to frivolous spending, paying back for frivolous spending instead of paying down debt that I really just need off. Like this, I could just have off. So we're going to continue to work on it, y'all. It's just May. It's just May's debt, right? But we're going to get into June. I hope I have some good news for you when we get into June. All right? So before we go forward, I do want to go ahead and go over some other things that I always love to go over and I don't really get a chance to. It's the end of the month and I want to let you guys know some other updates. First things first, my credit score. So last time I looked at my credit score, my credit score was 808. And then I also had another credit score of 824. It went down from the previous month where it was 827. I believe it's because of my credit cards going up and down has been affecting my credit score. I want my credit score to get as close to 850 as possible. With that, it really helps me out when I take out any loans or do anything that I really have to do. My interest rate is just impeccably low. So I just really want to make sure that I'm doing things to help my future and make sure that if I do have to take out a loan or do anything in the future for me or for the baby coming up, I can have that at an interest rate that's so low because my credit score stays in the 800s or above. But really, I want to get it as close to 850. So my goal is hopefully to get it up to 825 going forward. Let's move up all our scores to 825. I think that would be amazing. So then I have my net worth. My net worth is something that I am super excited about. So there's different things that's affecting my net worth. Of course, not only is it the money that I have in my savings accounts, but my retirement accounts, my other accounts, and different things like that. So all those different things are my assets. And then I take away from that all of my liabilities, my mortgage, my different things like that. All the things that we pay on a consistent basis. And that takes away from those assets. And then you get your basic net worth, right? So let's go ahead and look at the net worth. This month, my personal net worth is currently $55,640. So that's just my personal net worth. It's not me combining it with my husband, although we do have a family net worth that is, thank God, more. But so as of now, my assets have exceeded my debt by about $55,000, which is amazing, right? I want to keep it going, and that really includes making sure to get rid of this credit cards. If I got rid of the credit cards, I'd automatically be at $57,000, and then I pay down those student loans. It would just get me closer to my goals and what I want by the time the baby is born and also for the year. So I'm going to keep sharing with you my net worth and my credit score as we continue through the months. I think that's an area that not a lot of people understand or know, but I want it to be clear as a woman, first off, and also as a Black woman. I think it's important to know your net worth. I think it's important to know your finances, budget, but I think it's really, really important for us to really look for and try to see how we can make sure we have more assets in our lives than liabilities. Okay? And I might be preaching to some people because that don't even have to do with money sometimes. Okay? Sometimes I got to do with friends, that has to do with relationships, that has to do with habits, that has to do with mindsets, that has to do with what you say in your life, what you speak over your life. Listen, you want more assets than liabilities in all aspects of your life. But especially with finances, I think that is a big area where women aren't actually known to have that handled or have that as a growing area. And I think it's super important for us to really work towards having a positive net worth, right? And a positive credit score, but also a credit score that is increasing and a net worth that's increasing as the year progresses. So I'm going to continue to show that. That's just something to motivate me, but I hope it also motivates you guys to kind of see, like, it is possible to get a 100 credit score. I have to be doing good things for a long period of time financially and be able to show that to the credit card and be able to show that to the credit card companies on a monthly basis for them to be able to know and see, okay, she's able to pay her credit back. Now, when she asks to borrow this much, we can go ahead and give it to her. Also, I have been increasing credit limits, or credit limits have been increased on some of my cards, which helps out a lot because honestly, I'm at a space right now, thank God, okay, where if God forbid my car broke down today, I didn't know what to do. And I was in a rush, right? Because I had to kind of be in a rush. I could put a new car on my credit card with a bank limit that I have, which is amazing. But I'm not going to do that, obviously, because obviously I've been whining and crying about my credit card debt. So I'm not going to do that. And also, I know I'm way smarter now than I was previously. So I know that I can get a 2% to 3% auto loan from a credit union than actually put it on my credit card. Okay, that was just a hypothetical, but I'm just saying I have enough money to do that through credit, not in my bank account. I want to make sure that eventually I do have that amount in my bank account, and that is something I look forward in the future, but right now I'm not there. Y'all, I hope you guys leave a comment. There has been a lot of things that's kind of stressing me out. And honestly, I'm kind of I'm upset and kind of frustrated because, as you know, this past month in May, I started receiving less money in my paychecks because there was a discrepancy with my pension fund in New Jersey. They didn't take out any of my pension, so now I had to pay pension and back pay for old pension that wasn't taken out. And it ended up being about $600 plus that was taken out of my paycheck every single month. And that's a huge cut to anything that you were planning on spending or used to spending. It's a deviation. I feel like I was spending on my credit card and other places like I was going to get my regular check, and I was not. So now I'm putting more money on my credit cards. I don't have money to pay it off from my checking account because my paychecks are way lower. And I've been feeling it, y'all. And I've been feeling kind of overwhelmed. I even was having a deep conversation with my husband and crying to him about how this is so different and so weird because, we're getting into this different space and now I'm pregnant. And as much as, I understand that he's there, and he even told me I'm here, I got you. You don't have to worry about paying or different things. If you don't have it, I can get you. You're fine. And I'm it's not even about you. It's about me. I think of myself as an independent woman. I want to make sure I'm always good and I always have what I need, no matter who's around or who's there. And this will be the first time, me being pregnant or going on maternity leave will be the first time that I have ever not worked since high school or college. This is the first time I will have not worked, and I will have to depend on somebody else to go ahead and make major payments in my life as an adult. And it's hard because it's literally something that, yes, I'm trying to prepare for with the baby binder and other things, but it's so many things that are out of my control. With the pension that didn't come out and now it's charging me extra, and other things that are breaking and, out of nowhere that we have to pay in cash or by credit card, or, anything that's popped up in the recent few months. It's all just things that are out of my control. And I was crying and just I don't know why I feel this way. I'm just I feel worried. And my husband just sat me down, was listen, I understand that you feel this way, but you're okay. God got us. And like, you got to release that control to him, because he has everything that we need. If we just rely on him, we don't really have to worry about it. Has there ever been a time that we really had, like, are we really in a state where you don't have a paycheck and we're going to have nowhere to live, or we're going to have nothing to eat? No. So you don't have to worry to that extent. Just really give it up to God. You know, it's hard because sometimes you don't want to hear that in that moment. But I was really happy and blessed that my husband like came through and gave me the word when I was really struggling. Because sometimes you need a reminder. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need a reminder that like, it's not up to you. You don't have all the control. Your plans are great, but they're obsolete compared to what is really planned for your future and for your good in the end, right? So I'm really happy that my husband was able to calm me down and spread the word with me, and really like that was really a lovely love moment. You know, love in the space of like loving me spiritually. I really appreciated that. So anyway, I hope that you guys are having a wonderful new month of June. I hope it's filling you with new energy so that this month of June, you guys can go ahead and fulfill all your financial dreams and goals as well. And if not, maybe you gotta be like me and pray about it, okay? I hope you enjoy. Take care. God bless. And Roxy Rose out.